Hi guys, this is Joel with Guitars United, and today we are at the Apogee booth at Winter NAMM, actually 2015, and we've got Brad here to show us some of the new products. And the first thing he wanted to show us was the Ensemble.
Yeah. So this is our new Ensemble interface. It's a 30x34 audio interface. It's a Thunderbolt interface. Now, we introduced the original Ensemble a number of years back. It was a Firewire interface, hugely popular. It was one of the first digitally controlled all-in-one interfaces for Mac. That was truly capable of professional recording quality. It had 4 mic pre's. It really was a killer device. It's still used in studios around the world by
lower latencies.
Yeah, and it's still used really in studios around the world by some of the biggest name producers. And you know, we've been asked to follow that up for a number of years now, and so we came out with the new Ensemble. You know, as I mentioned, it's a 30x34 audio interface. We added a significant amount of I/O, but you know, when we do something here, it's never just about, you know, coming out with a new product or, you know, making a small tweak and then reintroducing something. You know, we're very stubborn when it comes to quality and when it comes to functionality and ease of use. Our mantra really is make something good, that's simple, that's just high quality and not overwhelming and doesn't get in the way of creativity. So we really stuck true to that with Ensemble, and you know, redesigned from the ground up. The converters, the mic pre's, all significantly improved since the original Ensemble, which was years ago. A lot of things, you know, changed since then in technology. A lot of improvements been made. A lot of design changes in other products have kind of inspired what led to this. We have 8 mic pre's built in, 8 incredibly high quality mic pre's, up to 75 dB of gain in each. We have a number of digital I/O, 16 optical I/O that you can utilize. So a lot of digital I/O was a big benefit, but really there's a couple things that stand out amongst any other interface, especially even compared to the original Ensemble, and that's the monitor control section. So with Quartet, we had the ability to switch between multiple sets of monitors. So if you could have up to 3 sets connected and easily toggle between that. People do that a lot, and they'll use, of course, external monitor switchers. We said, hey, let's make it easier for people. Let's build that functionality in. So there are a number of ways you could do that. You could do it in software for us, or you could do it on the hardware itself. These are 4 assignable buttons that you could program to do a number of functions, including speaker set selection. So you'll see here we have two speakers.
Yeah.
I can easily toggle between them with 1 button.
Very cool.
So in addition to the monitor controls, you have the ability to sum to mono, mute, dim outputs. All of those functions can be customized to any of those assignable buttons or done in the software. We don't want to clutter up the interface by adding all of those as separate buttons. So having, you know, assignable knob and buttons really makes it a clean interface for us. Huge feature that I've never seen on any other audio interface is a built-in microphone for talkback. Talkback functionality. Common thing you want to do, especially if you're multi-tracking with a band or with a musician in a different room maybe. The ability to have talkback is huge. So having a high-quality built-in mic there is great. You could also technically use that mic for recording if you wanted to get kind of a different sound, or if you're just doing a demo and don't want to set up a microphone. It's a great microphone built into the front there.
That's cool.
Connect the microphone as well if you want a different talkback. So that's great. That's the monitor section. There you have your 2 headphone outs that are independently assignable and controlled, just like the original Ensemble. You have the analog outs on the back of the unit for connecting to speakers and other outboard gear. So that's all great and straightforward. You have the 8 mic pre's that are easily controlled from the front panel or in software. Select all of them here. Press and hold one of these input knobs, and you have this input selection menu where you can change your input source. You could engage our soft limit, which is our limiter compressor that prevents digital clipping. You could do engage phantom power, a high pass filter, all of that from the front panel really easily. A huge feature on this, it's very unique and requires a little bit of explanation, is our guitar I/O. We have our guitar inputs on the front panel here. We had the same thing on the original Ensemble, but what's different now is guitar out as well. And why that's important is for reamping, first and foremost. I don't know if you've ever reamped a guitar before, but to do that, you know, requires that you match the impedance. You have to take the impedance that is the line level output of your interface, and you have to match it down to whatever the amp is looking for. Then you have to match the levels so it correctly sort of corresponds to what a guitar would output. It's kind of a little bit of a convoluted process to reamp. And we thought, you know, let's make that a lot easier. So we have these outputs here that are designed so you can literally plug this straight into an amp and reamp your signal. You could do that with a variety of really guitar effects or just outboard effects that are, you know, maybe a different impedance than a normal line level output would provide.
Super awesome.
The input is a Class A JFET input stage, so it's not for the sake of just having a convenient input connector right there. You're actually getting some really great tone right off the bat by connecting your guitar or bass directly in. So some cool things you could do, and you know, I know it's kind of hard to hear it here, but what we have is we have an output, a clean guitar, a DI track that's being routed out of this output here and straight into the amp, just to show you how easy it is. No, not exactly the best sound yet, but that's the point of reamping. You could dial it in.
Yeah.
And it's really easy and effortless.
I interrupted you while you were doing this.
Oh, well, it's
probably why.
No, it's incredibly easy for anyone to sit here, then dial in the tone, and you know, to have that sort of convenience is great. There's a lot of people that reamp, and now this kind of simplifies their workflow. So that's really what the name of the game is for us, is we want to keep our technology out of the way, make it sound great, and let people do what they do in the recording studio and be creative.
But you guys have a great reputation.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Something else worth mentioning about the guitar I/O section is, all right, so let's say you want to reamp, you're tracking clean guitar into your DAW. You know, you maybe don't want to open up a software plugin and get the latency from that, but you don't want to necessarily listen to a clean guitar signal and record that. You could actually monitor your signal through the guitar amp. This is what we call dual mode I/O section. So you could easily switch between sending straight throughput signal from the input straight to the output, while also sending it to your DAW, and then toggle to listen from software. So the best way to show that is just simply changing this knob here.
Okay.
So throughput means if I plug in guitar, it'll go straight through the amp right now.
Okay.
Or I can record that signal. When I'm done tracking, from software, takes my previously recorded track back out of the output.
It's amazing.
So rather than having to unpatch things and, you know, do it in a convoluted way, you have all that kind of at your fingertips ready to go. So Ensemble is great. Thunderbolt interface, it's actually the lowest. There's no other interface in the market right now that has a lower latency. It's an all-in-one interface that has a lower latency. There's other interfaces that come close and even match it, but don't offer the same sort of quality and functionality that Ensemble has. 1.1 milliseconds at a 96 kilohertz and 32 buffer and logic. So that's pretty impressive. Latency really is not a problem with this.
Where are they made at?
We make all our products in the United States.
It's a USA product. We'd like to hear that.
Yeah, we've been around for 30 years, and we are a proud U.S. manufacturer. Design all our products in Santa Monica, California. We're a small team. We care a lot. We're very stubborn in a good way. We're all musicians and audiophiles, and are obsessed with quality and simplicity. And yeah, we're proud to make it in the United States.
You know, we have a lot of them. We're in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida.
Great.
And we see them all the time, obviously in backpackable type scenarios, right? And it looks just like a Mac.
Yeah,
people love it.
We kind of go off their designs. We're inspired by the simplicity and how slick everything is. And you know, Apple's mantra with a lot of their designs is simplicity. They really, you know, if you look at an iPhone, they don't complicate it. They want to keep it simple and not overwhelming. And also, there's kind of a hybrid approach there. Software controlled by limited hardware. Software control of hardware, rather. So a good example is our mic pre's. You won't find a knob for each mic pre. It's still an analog circuit, but it's digitally controlled. Same goes for a lot of the Apple devices. You won't find a lot of, you know, buttons and knobs and settings, but it's all digitally controlled.
What else do you got to show?
We have the Groove. And if we walk over there, I can show that.
We're going to pause.
This is the Apogee Groove. Now, this is a really special device for us. This is our 30-year anniversary this year. We've been around for 30 years doing digital audio, recording technology. You know, found in studios around the world, used by the biggest producers, artists, recording engineers. And, you know, we wanted to give that same high-quality technology to the consumer for listening back to this music. Because, you know, we're obsessed with quality when capturing and recording these performances. Why not have that same quality when listening back and really get the full experience as it was recorded? So Groove is a USB DAC and headphone amp that connects directly to Mac or PC, and the PC connectivity is big for us because we haven't had that in a number of years. We've been a Mac-only company, but we know there's a lot of people that listen to music from their PC, a lot of audiophiles, utilize PCs, so to have that compatibility was a big step for us. Simply you plug your headphones or your speakers directly into this 1/8" output, and you're going to hear your music kind of with a lot more clarity, a lot more dimension and detail that you never have before.
Huh.
On the technical level, what's happening is, aside from our superior AD conversion that's happening, same technology, same developers that do Ensemble, that do all of our products, you're going to have an even distribution of output power across the audible frequency spectrum. So what that means is that lower-end headphones are going to sound a lot better, and you're going to really be able to get the most out of the higher-end headphones.
Huh.
If you're using high-end, high-impedance headphones, but not having a good amp for it, or not having a good converter, you're really not going to get, the quality that's and potential that's there. But Groove kind of lets you get the best of both worlds. You have lesser gear, it's going to help that sound better. Higher end equipment, it's going to help you get the most out of it.
Right. What's street on this?
We don't have an announced price yet. This is really just the preview. It's expected out this spring, and there's going to be more details such as price coming out on our website. We have a sign up for people on our website if they're curious and want to be the first to know more.
So what is the website again?
ApogeeDigital.com. If you go ApogeeDigital.com/product/groove, you'll get to this page and find out a little bit more info on it. Phenomenal device. You really got to give this a listen after and hear the difference between, we have an AB set up between Groove and the built-in on the Mac, and it's pretty astounding, the difference.
Awesome. What next? Anything else?
That's it for us to show. We're just happy to have Ensemble and Groove and be here and talk to people. So,
Buddy, thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
I really appreciate you.
Of course.
Yes, sir.